first, let's start off, like, I had an amazing year, so let's start there. There were some major shows that I was on here in Barbados. And then I was on Reggae on the Hill, which was like one of my biggest ones here. And then I left like 2 days after Reggae on the Hill and I flew to Guinea. And that trip, from the inception, I was very excited. An artist by the name of Takana Zion is who brought me over. He was actually having his album release show, and he invited me to be a part of it. And there were actually 2 shows in Conakry, and that's like the city, capital. And then we did some shows inland as well. So I went to places in Guinea like called Labe, Mamou, and so we went further up, Kendia, and so I went all over Guinea and met some new friends, but the crowd there was amazing. It was amazing. I had a wonderful time. The people of Guinea, they're very warm. They appreciate reggae music, and that was all that mattered really, you know. So the rest is history. It was just an amazing experience, and the African people are warm, man. They love the music. They love all types of music, and I was impressed to know, you know, the soca, reggae, everything. So yeah, the way I look at things, for sure, I look at things in a more, for the lack of a better word, worldly manner. But it taught me to embrace everything about Barbados. It helped me to fill in some blanks too, in terms of why do we do what we do? Why are we so similar to, you know, like, because in Guinea there are certain things that I saw and I was like, hey, but we do that in Barbados, you know, or we eat this in Barbados, and so it connects the you know, and seeing that Barbados is so close to that side of Africa, then it's like, you know, everything makes sense. It's like a puzzle, and it's starting to be pieced together, and I have a more worldly outlook on everything now. I am actually working on some projects now. I don't really want to say too much about that, but these projects will take me in an interesting direction, and I definitely will be shooting some of these videos for this music in Africa when I get, well, given that I get the chance to go back this year. I want to be a world traveler. I want my passport to run out of space. You know, I think that's every artist's dream, to get paid to do what you love, but also to be able to spread that message, to travel around the world and bring that message to people, you know, and have people calling your name in different languages, and you know, it's just amazing, man. Tremendously. I think I've grown as an individual as well, as a person, as an adult, and as that growth comes, then you have a case where the music kind of changes with your climate, it changes with your experiences. And I've come to the realization that as an artist, it's my responsibility. I'm not saying this is every artist's responsibility, but I've taken it upon myself to make it my responsibility to spread a positive message and to try to leave the world better than how I found it. You know, to spread that message, to give people hope and life again, you know. And I felt that for the first time. Like, I feel that all the time, but sometimes it's with individuals. But when you're singing in front of 60,000 people and they're all like soaking in what you have to say, and they come to you and like, oh, my sister, I really appreciate this, thank you. And you know, it gives you a sense of purpose. It really does, you know. Yes, because that will come through my music. And as I travel, every time I travel, my music evolves into something different. It has a different sound, a different rhythm, just a different vibe in general, you know, and probably a different message as well, you know, because there's certain things that we are oblivious to that are happening worldwide, and we are in our little cocoon sometimes, you know, and we pick up on these little frivolous trends and these little frivolous things happening, but then there's some really serious stuff happening in the world as well, and if I can bring attention to that, then, you know. Oh boy. Well, music is so relaxing. I guess the second best thing would be the beach. The beach. I love food, so eating. Can you tell? I would, honestly though, all jokes aside, yeah, like the beach. Watching a movie, spending time with my daughter. Your lover in your arms. The you see, the thing is, I've become accustomed to it now because I've been doing it since I was like a teenager. I've been leaving because I had traveled the Caribbean for 2 years, so I hadn't been home for that time, you know. And you always miss your family. Home is home. Home will never change, you know. But home is also where the heart is. So I miss them for a bit, you know, and when I come back, you know, it's like I never left, and then I leave again, and then I say, oh, I miss them, and then so it's like a cycle, really, you know. It just keeps on repeating itself. But once I'm happy and they're happy, then everything happens. They're very supportive, so I'm thankful for my family, you know, and my friends that have been supporting me so far. Thank you, guys.
Every time I touch the road, 10 out of 10. Hand in hand, we can make this work. Them spread rumors, we left them in the